Hello everyone, just a little bit of an update video from me, Chuck, owner of Let's Play by Request. As you may know, I announced on the community tab recently that I hit 1,000 subs, which means that I am eligible for monetization. I'm going to try and do this video in mostly one take, or I'll see. I'm going to slip over my words because for some reason when I do these types of videos, I just trip my words. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm doing my best. This is actually a second take I'm doing. You don't need to know that though. Anyways, I come to a decision recently. It's something I've considered for many years now, but I think now is about the time to do it because I want to take this channel seriously and try to grow it even more. And what that means that I would like to end Let's Play by Request. By that I mean I'm going to rebrand the channel as something else because I believe that Let's Play by Request doesn't really need to exist anymore. The channel's going to stay the same. I'm just going to rebrand it, and all my old videos, the 3.6K, are still going to have the old branding. But moving forward, I would like to create a new identity. You see, I feel like the old name is kind of keeping me back. And one of the ones I thought of was maybe Chuck Plays or Chuck Gaming. I know a lot of VTubers use CH for, like, you know, blah blah CH channel. But I don't think I'm going to go that way. I think I'm going to maybe more go towards Chuck Plays. Though I would welcome your comments to see what you guys think. I like to go into a bit of history about this channel, about why I created the channel. Not why, but why I created the channel with this name I did, and why I want to change it. So, back in 2012 is when I created I decided on the concept for the channel, really. I was thinking of names. I knew I wanted to do a Let's Play channel, and the original name I actually thought was like the Let's Player, or I was going to have like the LPer for whatever, because I'm honestly just bad with naming things. I couldn't come up with anything. A lot of people, I think, used back then any sort of online names they had in any games, and I wasn't playing online games. I mostly had a retro collection with a very small modern collection. So I decided to do a channel based more on requests, because I know that a lot of people like to request games, and I was like, hey, maybe this could be my gimmick. Let's Play by Request. Let's Play is done by the request of people. And that idea didn't really pan out like I thought it would. I thought maybe it would get me more attention because I was taking requests, but it didn't really. Though I did get people who did request stuff over the years. But what I felt though is it gets hard to keep up with requests, you know. When you have a channel solely based on that, if you have just even 10 viewers, they can have 10 different games that they want to request. Think about it. That's hard to keep up with. And back then I had more time to do it, but these days, you know, with work and other things in my life, I can't do as much as I used to. I don't do as long sessions as I used to even. It gets a little bit harder, you know. So that's one of the reasons why I want to rebrand. I feel like that also sometimes, you know, you do a request for one person, they start requesting more, and it becomes like, okay, am I doing a channel dedicated to just your requests, or do I want to do what other people want to request? Then there's the problem of people requesting games I don't want to play. Look, I'm sure the game you want is fine, but I'm not into it. I don't like it. And that's one of the issues I've had over the years sometimes, is since I don't sometimes play what I want to play, then I start playing games that I'm not interested in, and then it feels like a chore to record them, and then I start getting behind on my recordings, and I've had that a little bit recently. Though Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC, I know no one really wants to see it, but it's a game that I liked playing, and so I had a lot of incentive to play it because that was my choice of a series I really enjoy. But then sometimes you get other requests, and like let's say God of War, for example. There was one person who wanted to see God of War 2018. The game gives me some technical issues sometimes, and it's not a game I'm really that into, honestly, so it takes me a while to get through it. So I decided now I want to play games that I want to play. Yes, maybe I'll still take requests. Maybe I can keep the name Let's Play by Request for those specific games. The name could stay alive as a series. I mean, it's going to be all over the channel anyways. So I'll still take requests. I just won't be making that the main driving force of the channel. But I also want to expand the audience, and I want to do more types of videos. I maybe want to do edited things, you know, reviews and things like that. Now, they won't necessarily have the biggest ever put into them because I don't really have the time to do that between Let's Plays and work and everything else. But I want to try and grow the channel. I'm monetizing it right now. I want to try and see if I can gain something out of it. It's always been, you know, something I wanted to do. Have a little bit of a side income, which obviously hasn't panned out. This channel has been a complete loss for the past 10 years. On the note of monetization, you know that I have ads now enabled. If you're viewing the ads because you don't have ad blocker, please let me know what you think of the ad frequency. I leave it on the defaults. Maybe there's too many, maybe there's just the right amount. I don't really know. I haven't really experimented with that yet. So yeah, I would like to know what you think, the viewer, because even if I were to view the ads, I could say, oh yeah, that's enough, but some people might say, no, it's too much, I'm clicking off. I don't really know, but I really want your opinion on that. So yeah, the concept of the channel originally also, I used to focus more on playing physical games, you know, my physical games list, my collection, and I've kind of outgrown that purpose because I used to keep a list of all my physical games. I used to mostly own retro games, and then I slowly got a PlayStation 3, Wii U, Switch, PS4, and all that stuff. But then digital games came into play with Steam. Now, you know, that was also manageable. I didn't have a large library. But then, you know, you get emulation, which I tended to try to avoid, but I do from time to time. But I like to play on original hardware, I will admit that. But then now you have ODEs, you know, optical disc emulators, like on my Sega Saturn, my GameCube, the Dreamcast. You know, I can load any ISO I want into it or whatever file format, and I can play it. Then you have flash cards like the EverDrive I have for my Genesis, N64, and SNES. Again, now the list from my website I used to have makes no sense because I could have any amount of games I want. I could play translated games. I could play, you know, ROM hacks. I could play prototypes. I'm not limited anymore to a physical list anymore. So I got rid of the website. I still do own the domain. I'm keeping it for the Minecraft server mostly right now that no one plays on. But just in case, it's letsplaybyrequest.com, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, I'll decide what I do in 2 years when it expires. You know, you keep it for like 2 years. Anyways, so yeah. That concept that I originally did, and that's why I had the tagline on my about page that no one read, obviously, let's play them all, because the original idea I had was, I'm going to try and play as much as my physical collection as possible. You know, let's play all the games I own. But of course, what happens is that people request games I don't own, which means I have to buy more games, which means my list expands, which means I can never complete the list. Plus, there are some games you can't really complete anyway, you know, puzzle games, random ass NES games, open-ended games. You can't really beat those in theory. But yeah, but let's say most regular games that you can beat. That was my original concept for the channel, as well as the request. You request a game I have on my list. I try and play all the games, but it's impossible now. I have way too many games. I can never play all these games. Even if I did this full-time every day for a living, it would not be possible to play all the games that I have at my disposal. So this is just a little bit of an update video I wanted to make for you, just to let you know about where the channel is going to be going. Within the next few weeks, you're going to see it being rebranded as I try and, you know, just update most of the, small updates, the channel banner, the channel name, the intro screen on the videos. Unfortunately, the LP by request stuff is going to remain in some of its stuff because I'm not going to start changing every name. But the channel itself is probably going to be called Chuck Plays. I will want to try and return back to maybe anime reaction watch-alongs. Maybe I have ideas for show reviews because there's some shows I really want to talk about maybe for very specific reasons. Who knows? I'm going to just try and work. The hardest part is actually working on the ideas. I have ideas, I just never work on them because I get so caught up in recording the Let's Plays, then I get not motivated to write a script, edit the video. It just gets so overwhelming with my job. But I definitely want to try and, you know, make something of this channel. Let's see if I can get to 2,000 subs in 1 year. Probably not. But I'm going to do my best. I have ideas. I want to try and do them. And yeah, I'm just going to play games that I want to play. That way I'm more motivated to play the games. I'm sorry if you have requests that you want me to do, but understand, I can't do them all. It's become to a point now where I just lose the drive to do these requests. Anyways, thanks for listening to this. All 5 of you, whatever. And I'll see you on the same channel when it's rebranded. I'm not going anywhere, though. I'm just going to finish up the games I'm working on right now. And those ones will be the last one in Let's Play by Request. Any new game after that will be under Chuck Plays. It's not a big difference anyway. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.